Hello and welcome to another episode of Freaky Fettucini. On tonight's episode, people like this one for some reason. I was gonna go for Laughing Jack, but both of the Laughing Jack stories I found were way too long and boring, or were Laughing Jack X-Reader, which, no, I would never submit anyone to the horror of that particular one. So instead, we're going with his even more boring cousin, Eyeless Jack. Hello, my name is Mitch. I'm here to tell you guys about an experience I had. I don't know if it was paranormal or whatever stupid words people use to describe supernatural phenomena, but after that thing visited me, I believe in that paranormal trash now. So you don't know if it's paranormal, but you believe it was paranormal. Okay, great start, Mitch. A week after I moved in with my brother, Edwin, after my house was foreclosed, I finished unpacking. Edwin liked the idea of me moving in, since we had not seen each other after 10 years. So I was excited too. Pictured is a relationship that no family has. I soon fell asleep after I moved in. After that 1 week, not spelled out. I heard rustling noises coming from outside at about 1 in the morning. Spelled out. Because consistency is hard in one sentence. I thought it was a raccoon, so I ignored and tried to fall asleep. The next morning, I told Edwin about it, and he agreed. That it was a raccoon, I'm assuming, okay. The next night, however, I thought I heard my window opening and a loud thump, as if something entered my room. I darted up and looked around my room, but I saw nothing. The next morning, Edwin dropped his coffee cup when he saw me. He held up a nearby mirror and I saw myself. I had a large gash in my left cheek. After I was rushed to the hospital, my doctor told me that I must have been sleepwalking, but then he showed me something that made my blood turn cold. He lifted up my shirt to reveal a sewn-up incision where my kidneys were. What? I started in his eyes. Oh, Dr. Sama, you're all the heart and kidney I need. My eyes widening. You somehow lost your left kidney last night. We don't know how, though. Sorry, Mitch, my doctor told me. Hold the fuck up! So, this creature, whatever it is, the Eyeless Jack dude, spoilers, it's Eyeless Jack, somehow thumped loud enough so that Mitch could hear and wake up, but after that, was so quiet in tearing open his cheek and tearing open his abdomen to get a kidney that he saw, heard, and felt nothing for hours, didn't bleed out or anything, while this creature performed like impromptu surgery to close the wound. What? Mitch, are you just like dead to the world whenever you sleep? The next night was my breaking point. Losing a kidney was fine, but after that... Around midnight, I woke up to see a truly horrifying sight. I was staring face to face with a creature with a black hoodie and dark blue mask with no nose or mouth staring down at me. The thing that scared me the most was that it had no eyes, just empty, black sockets. You'd think you would mention that part first if it's Eyeless Jack, not also noseless and mouthless Jack. The creature also had some black substance dripping from its sockets. I grabbed the camera nearby on a mantle and took a picture. After the picture took, the creature lunged at me, presumably having posed beforehand, and tried to claw open my chest to get to my lungs. I stopped it by kicking it in the face. As I ran out of my room, I grabbed my wallet. I would need the money. I ran out of my brother's house into the night. I eventually ended up in the woods near Edwin's house, where money was obviously good, and tripped on a rock. I fell unconscious and woke up in the hospital. My doctor entered the room, the same one who treated me before. I have good news and bad news, Mitch, my doctor started. The good news is that you had minor injuries, and your parents are going to pick you up. I sighed with relief. The bad news is that your brother has been killed by some... thing. Sorry. Bum bum bum. Your brother's dead. Whoops! My parents took me back to Edwin's house to collect my remaining belongings, which I did. Upon entering my room, I was scared but remained calm. I grabbed my camera, then stopped dead in my tracks. In the hallway leading to my room, I saw Edwin's body and something small lying next to it. I picked up the small thing and entered my parents' car, not mentioning Edwin's corpse. They probably saw it! Let's be honest here, Mitch! I looked at the thing I had picked up and nearly vomited. I was holding my stolen, half-eaten kidney, with some black substance on it. Alright, so, you're telling me that this photoshopped dude ate your kidney without you noticing, then left it back with your brother's dead body, doesn't appear to have any sort of MO, doesn't appear to have any sort of motive, doesn't appear to do anything other than just exist and be creepy. Like, I get it. Fear of the unknown. Woo, sometimes it's scarier to not explain. You open a door, there's a 10-foot spider. Phew, at least it's not a 100-foot spider. But at least provide some context for what the hell this thing is if it's a story this short and it revolves around this lame-ass creature that somehow people like. And like Laughing Jack, have Eyeless Jack X-Reader stories about. Oh, Eyeless Jack-sama, you may eat my kidneys, but it's my heart that I know you're really after. Ooh, woo.